There we go. God's Mercy Towards Farm Animals by Ryan A. Quick. Once upon a time, there were two children, a boy named Joshua and a girl named Patricia. They often visited Justin at his farm, where there were cows, chickens, and pigs. Joshua and Patricia enjoyed watching the animals, especially the pigs. The pigs and piglets enjoyed going down the slide in their pen. One of the piglets went up to Joshua and Patricia, who petted her, both of whom petted her. Justin came to the children and smiled. I see that you like those pigs a lot. We really do, Mr. Justin, Joshua commented. They're so much fun to watch, Patricia said. Will they stay at this farm forever? Unfortunately, they are they, along with the cows and chickens, are scheduled to be butchered at some point. All of them, Justin sadly answered. Both Joshua and Patricia were horrified by what he just said. They wondered why things like that would happen. This can't be. Why would those pigs, as well as the cows and the chickens, be allowed to live on this farm, only for their life to be taken away? Joshua demanded. They are to be butchered for food that humans can eat, Justin answered casually. But God created those animals. He doesn't view them as disposable like that, nor should we humans. They deserve better than to be killed in a cruel way, Patricia uttered, tears streaming down her cheeks. Joshua, tears also streaming down his cheeks, nodded in agreement. I understand, Patricia, but we live in a fallen world. When Adam and Eve sinned, they covered themselves in fig leaves, but God had an animal killed to give them clothing, Justin rationalized. But he is all good and loving. He would never kill animals, Joshua countered. Although it may not seem right to us, if God tells us to sacrifice animals for the good of the humans, we must obey, because he is sovereign, Justin said softly but firmly. Joshua and Patricia could not believe their ears. For them, the notion that God is all good and loving, while ordering people to sacrifice animals for the so-called greater good, did not make sense at all, because they are incompatible with one another. They both ran away, crying. Later that night, Justin, lying in bed, was bothered by inner conflict. That is, that God, who supposedly loved animals, the animals he created, would ordain that they be sacrificed for the good of humanity, while at the same time holding to the belief that God can do whatever he wants, whether good or bad, because he is sovereign over the universe. Justin fell asleep. Then suddenly an angel appeared before him, shining brightly. Justin was surprised and terrified. Don't don't be afraid, Justin. I'm an angel of the Lord with an important message. What is that message? The Lord wants you to spare the chickens, cows, and pigs from being terminated by butchers. But why? Justin asked, shocked and confused. How else can humans have a sufficient amount of protein? God loves them so much that he would rather give himself up for them than to use his authority to have them be killed, the angel explained. Additionally, there are alternative sources of proteins such as nuts and beans. Justin thought about what it would be like to be one of the animals on the farm scheduled to be terminated. The thought terrified him greatly. He then came to believe that the farm animals deserve better. Since God loved them, he made his decision. I will cancel the termination and allow the farm animals to live longer. You are doing the right thing, the angel remarked with a smile before he disappeared. The next day, Joshua and Patricia visited Justin again, who told them about his encounter with the angel and his decision to spare the cows, chickens, and pigs. That's wonderful news, Mr. Justin, Joshua exclaimed with joy. We're so happy for you, Patricia added. Since then, Justin cared a lot more about the welfare of the farm animals and encouraged people to eat alternative protein sources to meat, like, like nuts and beans, for example. Joshua and Patricia supported him in his campaign. The end.